with number 12, Jordan Matthews from Chicago, Illinois. Jordan is accompanied by his mother, Nicole Matthews, and grandmother, Linda Dilbert. Jordan is an incredible player, and we have been fortunate to have had the opportunity to have him in the program for the last 2 years. You will hear all about his stats, and many of you have seen those on display for a daily basis for the last 2 years. What you do not see is how selfless of a leader he is, how supportive of a teammate he is, how high character of a young man he is. His commitment and desire to be his absolute best every day is second to none. He prides himself on his work ethic and his relentless motor on a daily basis. He wants to be his absolute best for the guy next to him, and that is something that is uncommon in this day and age. Jordan is one of the most selfless players that I have ever coached, and even more than that, he has tremendous character. They say that when your best players are your hard workers, then you have something special. That is exactly what we have had in Jordan. We cannot thank him enough for everything that he has given to every player and coach in this program. We are honored to have had the opportunity to develop a lifelong relationship with Jordan, and we cannot wait to see him continue to develop on and off the floor. We know that you have nothing but success ahead of you, and that you will continue to make a huge impact on others in a positive way. We love you, Jordan, and thank you. Jordan Matthews. Number 34, Landon Gladney from Chicago. Landon is accompanied by his mother, Vivian Yancey, his grandmother, Ethel Thompson, sister, Jaleisha Gladney, and brother, Lawrence Gladney. In my 12 years of coaching at the college level, I have never had a player mature and develop more than Landon has over the past 3 years. Over the past few months, Landon and I would have daily conversations, and this was an incredible experience for me because I truly was able to witness a young man growing before my eyes. He is extremely self-aware of where he has come from and where he wants to get to, and the impact that he can make. He is the ultimate teammate and one of the most humble people I have ever met. Landon has no idea how impactful he has been in so many people's lives, including mine, and will continue to do so going forward. Whether it's playing here at Concordia for one more year, joining the armed forces, or becoming a member of the police force, Landon Gladney has nothing but incredible success ahead of him, and he will continue to make an impact on everybody that he comes in contact with. We love you, Landon, and thank you for everything that you have given to this program and university. Landon Gladney. Number 13, Jalen Meeks from Aurora, Colorado. Jalen is accompanied by his close friends J.J. Schwartz and Brian Harris. There is a quote that I absolutely love that says, "It is not what happens to you, it is how you respond to what happens to you that matters." This quote embodies Jalen's journey here in our program. In our first year together, it was filled with many ups and a few challenges. We just came off of beating Wisconsin Lutheran 116 to 113 in overtime in one of the most thrilling games at Geisman in years. Jalen played 33 minutes, scored 30 points on 11 of 19 shooting, 10 rebounds, 5 of which were offensive, and also added 3 steals and 2 assists. This was going to probably be Jalen's biggest output of the season, until he followed that up with a 26.8 rebound, 2 block, and 2 assists, 10 of 12 shooting performance to defeat the 24th ranked team in the country, Benedictine. Unfortunately, shortly after that, we would lose Jalen for the season due to injury. He battled back and rehabbed to get ready for his senior year, only to suffer a season-ending knee injury in the first week of practice. I'm sure it was an extremely tough and challenging year, but Jalen's commitment and leadership on a daily basis was instrumental to our group continuing to fight and stay connected throughout the challenges that year presented. We had many conversations in hopes of having Jalen return from his 5th year to the program. We knew that if we could get him to return and be the leader, person, and player that he is capable of, we would have a special group and a special year. We are doing exactly that, and Jalen is a huge part of that success. Jalen Meeks has been an extremely productive player on the floor in his time here at Concordia, Chicago. The impact he has made on his teammates, coaches, and so many others has been priceless. We know that Jalen will continue to impact so many others in a positive way, and we cannot wait to see what is next for him. We love you and want to thank you for everything that you have sacrificed and given on a daily basis. Jalen Meeks. Number 14, Isaac Riddell. From St. Joseph, Michigan, accompanied by his father, John Riddell, and mother, Jenna Riddell. Consistency is defined as the quality or fact of staying the same at different times. Isaac Riddell embodies exactly that on a daily basis. He has been the same guy every single day, and his work ethic and desire to get better has helped him go from being somebody who barely touched the floor his freshman year to being an honorable mention all-conference selection, Conference Defensive Player of the Year, and being selected to the Captain's Council in back-to-back seasons by his teammates and coaches. Isaac's work ethic, his selfless approach, and his willingness to do whatever is necessary to help his teammates and this program be successful every day is truly special. Isaac has been crucial in helping build and develop our Cougar Code and the foundation of our program. When his time is done here, he will have left a legacy of consistency, selflessness, and a commitment to excellence on and off the floor. We know that Isaac will represent our program and this university to the highest standard going forward, and we cannot wait to see what the future holds for him. We are proud to have had the opportunity to be on this journey together and cannot thank you enough for everything that you have done for this program. We love you, Isaac, and we cannot wait to see what is ahead for you next. Isaac Riddell. And ladies and gentlemen, let's have one final round of applause, not only for our players, but for their parents and families that have contributed so much to this program. We wish these senior players all the best and God's richest blessings in your future endeavors. Thank you.
And Mark, I'll ask you this, just because you're a player and you're a coach, that senior night holds a special moment in a lot of players' hearts as well as coaches, because these are the guys you've brought up through the program, and to have a night like this where you can celebrate them, there's a little added intensity and also a little bit more importance for this game.
Yeah, there's nothing like senior night. Honestly, it might be one of the best nights of the whole season, especially for seniors. You know, the younger guys, they really want to do well for the seniors. Kind of going real fast, I remember my senior night, I was the only guy here for senior night. I was the lone senior. It was a very special night for my family and I. So, yeah, this is a big game.
Well, we have Jordan Matthews, Isaac Riddell, Jalen Meeks, and Landon Gladney, the 4 seniors being honored today. And we'll take a look at the court as we see the visiting St. Norbert Green Knights warming up as well with a record of 14-8. And they have a conference record of 10-5. Currently, the Green Knights are tied for a 3-way tie at the top of the conference between Concordia, Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Lutheran College. The Cougars have some work to do. They have this game and then 2 games next week. And with postseason play coming up, if they're able to pull off 3 wins, they put themselves in a very favorable spot for a home playoff game. And Mark, home playoff games as well. You want any advantage in the postseason, especially against a competitive top part of this NAC conference.
Yeah, they're right where they want to be. Home playoff game is something that it's a dream. So this is they're in a good position.
Now, Parker, as well, one player that needs to perform well on his own senior night is Jordan Matthews, the senior in the transfer from Loras College last year. He was an all-conference selection last year, and he's averaging just over 13 points a game, one of the better shooters on this team as well. And Coach Kohler will talk about it. He's not only the most selfless guy on this team, he's also the hardest working guy, and the offense runs through him. As both teams get ready to go to their benches, it's going to be a thrilling senior night for the Cougars as Emmanuel Wilson throws down a dunk right before the end for the Cougars warm-ups. As Coach Kohler, when he talked about in our Coaches Weekly earlier this week, he said that this group is a special group of guys, not just because of their talent, but also the character that they have off the field, off the court, I should say, as well. And Mark, as a coach yourself, being around guys that are not only good basketball players but good people off the court, not only does that put a good image to your program, but it helps build culture, and that's what Coach Kohler is trying to do here in his 4th season for the Cougars.
Yeah, it lays the foundation. You know, that's the start of a good team is good guys, and those are the guys that you want to fight in the foxhole with for sure.
All right, Parker, well, we have under 24 seconds before the start of the game. I'll throw it to you for one key tip for the Cougars to have a senior night victory against the Green Knights. Well, we're going to send it down to public address announcer Jim Egan for the starting lineups for both teams.
Let's meet the starting lineups. First for our visitors from Ontario, Wisconsin, the Green Knights. At guard, the 6'2" freshman from Portugal, Wisconsin, number 2, Parker Morrow. At guard, the 6'2" senior from Cedarville, Wisconsin, number 5, Jacob Woodward. At forward, the 6'6" Wisconsin, number
lineups for both teams. We'll run it back one more time. First for the St. Norbert College Green Knights. Number 2, Parker Lawrence. Number 5, Jacob Bulwark. Number 14, Evan Glazer. Number 15, Michael Payan. And number 41, Garrett Gresh. For the Cougars, coached under Steve Kohler. Number 12, Jordan Matthews. Number 13, Jalen Meeks. Number 14, Isaac Riddell. Number 23, Emmanuel Wilson. And number 34, Landon Gladney. The only non-senior on the court for the Cougars is Emmanuel Wilson, the sophomore from Wheaton, Illinois. Been a versatile guard and has been proving himself worthy of that starting spot, as Emmanuel Wilson is the second leading scorer on the team with 11 points and is also the team's best three-point shooter, shooting 34 from deep. Thunderstruck echoes inside a Geisman Gymnasium. It's a packed house on the campus of Concordia University, Chicago. As the Green Knights are already on the court, they are wearing an all green, white numbers, and yellow trim away jersey. The Cougars rocking the all white home jerseys with maroon numbers and lettering and gold trim. Cougars will be going left to right on your screen. Green Knights right to left. It's senior night in Geisman, the home finale for the Cougars as they are fighting their way for a home playoff game. And in center court to take the opening tip, Landon Gladney, as well as Evan Glazer. Glazer wins the tip and throws it all the way back to his own basket. Michael Payant brings it up for the Green Knights. And Parker, a big part of this Cougars team is the aggressiveness they have, not only on offense but defense. As you can see, Landon Gladney already going to work inside on Glazer. They really need to make sure that their defense is on point, because those costly empty possessions that they cause are going to be crucial if they want to win. Cougars are very well when they can get off to a hot start, averaging just under 70 points a game. This team feeds off energy and big runs. And it starts with Jordan Matthews, the senior. Has the ball right now, a long three, swish! Big shot from Jordan Matthews, and that's the kind of shot you want to see from a senior. Confidence is key. And Mark, that is a big-time shot, and especially to establish yourself early as a shooting threat.
Yeah, 3 starting out, that's exactly what they want.
St. Norbert tried to answer with their own 3 from Michael Payant. Landon Gladney now to Isaac Riddell, trying to double up. A little too strong, right side ricochets into the hand of Evan Glazer. The Green Knights are currently riding a 2-game win streak after beating IIT and Wisconsin Lutheran College last week. And this is a big game for them, as we mentioned, tied atop of the NAC standings. And only in their first year in the conference, but the women's team winning their game against CUC today, and St. Norbert's competing right now against CUC men's team. It is a big-time first season for the Green Knights, and entering his 15th season, Gary Gresh, at the helm of the Green Knights program, has his men right where they want to be heading into the conference tournament. Lawrence kicks it out to the wing. Ball work. Nice jump shot, mid-range. It's the kind of shot you want to see from your leading scorer, averaging almost 13 points a game. Gladney all alone inside, throw it down! Jordan Matthews finds his senior partner, and Landon Gladney able to put an exclamation mark inside. Light on his feet and has a big frame. Reverse layup, tough shot underneath by Payant. Both teams coming out of the gates hot. Jordan Matthews trying to put some moves on inside. Lawrence wasn't able to finish though. And I can already see that Jordan Matthews is playing with a little bit more of an intensity in his game.
Yeah, he has a little edge to him. You know, this means something. Home crowd, his family's here. He wants to do well.
A foul is called. It'll go against Jalen Meeks. So going to the line to shoot free throws is Jacob Bulwark. As we mentioned, Bulwark, the leading scorer for the Green Knights, shooting 78% from the charity stripe this season. Cashes in on the first free throw. Bulwark's also started in all games this year for the Green Knights that he's appeared in. He's appeared in now 21. This will be the Green Knights' 23rd game of the season. As Cougars start their offense up top. Matthews' pass is intercepted by Payant, trying to go it up. Misses a layup at the rim. I think he was worried about the footsteps from Isaac Riddell. Landon Gladney throws it away. The ball is finally picked up by Emmanuel Wilson. He's going down the left side. Meeks, a three, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Payant. Gresh in the corner. Gets it knocked out of his hands by Riddell. And you see some of the players already folding over, gasping for air. I think this is going to be one game that we're going to have to rely on the bench as well, just because of the intensity that comes with all these players.
That's right. Depth will be a key factor here tonight. You can tell the intensity level has been raised, considering that there could be potentially a home playoff game here for the Cougars, so the intensity level is definitely up.
Tavares Davis-Williams checks in for the Cougars, a junior, 6'7" from Grant Community High School. Corner three from Parker Lawrence is good. St.Norbert out to a 4-point lead. Emmanuel Wilson kind of startled by Matthews' pass. Tough man-to-man defense from the Green Knights. Meeks looking for help. Matthews, another long ball. He drains it. Jordan Matthews now 2 of 2 from downtown. He has 6 of the 8 Cougars points to start. Rebound from Riddell off of Bulwark's missed shot. Davis-Williams has it. Another three from Matthews. Heat check and pulled down by Payant on the rebound. Now the one thing that you don't want to see happen is Jordan Matthews gets a little too ahead of himself, started throwing up shots, because Coach Kohler always talks about the difference between good shots and great shots, and there's a difference between the two and also a right time. So Justin Greenlee checks in for Jordan Matthews, as Matthews will grab some of the Gatorade and take a break. But the one thing about Justin Greenlee that's been so fun to watch this season is not so much his ability to put up points, but his defensive effort that he always puts out. Steals, blocks, rebounds. He is a guy you can always count on. And, Mark, I'll tell you this, when you have a guy like that on your team, that is a big difference maker in what kind of defense you can run.
Yeah, roles. Everybody has a role, and it seems his role is also defensively.
Ball goes out of bounds. The Cougars will bring it up. Isaac Riddell, one of the top defensive players in the conference, has also had to step up for his team as rebounding as well. Leads the team with almost 6 rebounds a game. Brent Hatton in for the Cougars. So the Coach Kohler starting to put in some of the more regular faces in. His pass is too high for Justin Greenlee. Turnover for the Cougars. Coach Kohler's not happy with it. That is the first turnover for the Cougars in the game. Patrick Lawrence brings it up left side. Nice fade pass into near the baseline for Bulwark, and he's fouled on the way up. And a quick play like that where it just is involved in 2 guys is something that most teams can run, but when it run effectively, especially out of an inbound, that's one way you can just start to get some offense rolling, and it'll carry over to more possessions. Second trip to the free throw line for Bulwark. Jordan Matthews returns. Isaac Riddell will come out. As a team, the Green Knights are shooting 67% from the free throw line on the season. Cougars are shooting 65%. And the Cougars understand free throws are huge in late games. They've not only come out on the plus side, but also the bad side when it comes to free throws in games. A foul was called on Brent Hatton. Right now, Hatton's turned the ball over in the last 2 possessions. Hatton had 12 points in the last game against Lakeland. Been an up and down season for the junior. had a season high of 21 points against Illinois Wesleyan when they were the #2 team in the nation. So a big-time player for Coach Kohler, and a big-time shot from St. Norbert's Jacob Bulwark, as Bulwark now has 9 points. Justin Greenlee throws it out to Wilson, his own three. Bang! Cougars now 3 of 6 from deep, and if they can keep that pace up, that's basically where their offense has been stemming from. Ball's on the ground. Davis Williams picks it up. Hatton looking for help, gives it to Greenlee. Cougars have a chance to tie the game on a long ball, down by 3. Wilson inside, throws it out to Hatton. Shot fake. I think fooled everybody in the gym with it. Shot fake, very unique.
Yeah, it was close. It was close.
Very close, but kept that one pivot foot down. Matthews calling his own name, winding it down, gives it to Hatton. Another shot fake, steps back. Greenlee looking to shoot. He does. It's high. Hits the top of the backboard. And you tell Justin Greenlee's not the most comfortable when it comes to three-point shooting. Cougars lining up in full court press. That was only the 9th three-point attempt from Greenlee on the season. As Riddell picks up Payant. Jelisic inside working on Hatton. At the top, Carson Talbert. Left hand, couldn't finish. Rebound, Landon Gladney. Yeah, Cougars have another chance. One possession ball game to tie it up. And as long as the Cougars find themselves within striking distance, they have no problem with playing this back and forth basketball. It's when they let the other team go on a run that they struggle. Ball is still in the air. Finally picked up by Payant. Michael Payant not only putting the moves on Jordan Matthews, but sinking a nice shot. And another 3 falls for the Green Knights. As a team, they're now 3 of 5 and forced Coach Kohler to call a 30-second timeout. Green Knights up 17-11 with 12:48 remaining in the first half here on the Cougar Sports Network.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
I see a wide camera shot of Geisman Gymnasium, packed in-house, students, staff, family members, and just fans, as well as alumni. One of them joining us in the booth, Mark Stennis, as a graduate of Concordia Chicago's played 3 seasons with CUC. For you to be able to come back here on senior night, but also just follow along with your alma mater, what does this program from the outside look like in what they're doing here under Coach Kohler?
Man, it's definitely a turnaround. I like the way it's headed. I've talked to Coach Kohler, and he's instilling a lot of toughness into the program, and they're headed in the right direction. So it's great to be back. It's definitely great to be back.
Coach Kohler definitely in the right direction, and he has his team in close games. But I think also too, we've seen him bump up their schedule in terms of strength. Not only playing UW Platteville, which is now a top 10 team in the nation. They played Illinois Wesleyan, beat them at their place, and they were number 2, but also just playing a variety of ranked opponents. And that is one thing when you get like Trine University, and he talks about it all the time. That's a 20-plus point loss, and that stings as a coach. But when you're able to coach guys up and then come back in other big moments, that's what he lives for. And you can see these guys' resilience in the way they play. Hard to the floor, Jacob Bulwark. To Brett Hatton setting his feet inside. Justin Greenlee to Isaac Riddell. Going to work, floats it up and in. Isaac Riddell gets his first bucket of the game. The senior using the right hand and a little bit of a shooter's touch.
Yeah, speaking to what you said, playing tough opponents, that definitely helps you, with playoff time. You gain confidence in that.
Two Cougars able to get a hand on that missed shot inside from Carter Gebler. Ball rolled out of bounds. The Cougars will get the ball. Emmanuel Wilson into the game for the Cougars. Into the game for St. Norbert, Jack Pettit. Tavares Davis Williams also in. He will be running baseline as one of the bigger men out there for the Cougars at 6'7", joined by Landon Gladney at 6'5". Those two big bodies are definitely important for the Cougars to get the ball to. Pettit gets a steal, pulls it out, guarded by Matthews. Picks up his dribble, and now the offense starts in the hands on Ben Jelisic. Bounced off the hamstring, I should say, of Davis Williams, and it rolls out of bounds with him. Slow to get up off the court is Jelisic. You see he's got 2 knee braces on. He seems to be all right now. Ball entrance pass into Carson Talbert. Quick shot from the wing. Josh Nicholas, rebound by Davis Williams. He's one of the players that Coach Kohler has talked about since his freshman year, and finally developing to get big minutes here is the kind of not only the recruiting player you want to bring in, but the development from a player that takes your program to the next level. Foul called on Isaac Riddell, trying to get his hand inside on Carter Gebler. Justin Greenlee will check back into the game. Kyle Krieger, the freshman, 6'5" forward from Green Bay, Wisconsin, checks in for St. Norbert. St. Norbert has been scoreless for just over the last 2 minutes. Missed shot from Talbert inside. Greenlee avoids the trap. Looking for help, gets it into Davis Williams. He has Talbert on his backside. Gladney, a 3. Rattles in and out, bounces off the backboard. And bringing it up will be Jack Pettit. Uses the screen. Pettit able to go all the way inside and finishes it. Coach Kohler not happy with that. That's where you wish you would have some backside help too. And Coach Kohler talking about communication is a big thing for his team. Shot fake, Davis Williams, spin around, finds Wilson in the corner. Too strong, off the mark anyways. On the ground, and picked up by Josh Nicholas, but a kick ball called against St. Norbert, so it'll stay with the Cougars. Brent Hatton replaces Landon Gladney. Returning to the court for the Green Knights, Evan Glazer and Michael Payant. Cougars now scoreless for the last 2.5 minutes. St. Norbert in a little bit of a shooting drought as well, 1 of 5 in their last 5 shots from the field. 19-13, 9:26 remaining. Jordan Matthews inside, tough finish, but gets it up at the rim.
Yeah, nice backdoor cut, backdoor feed.
And at 6'1", Jordan Matthews is not a tall body, but he is still very aggressive and plays bigger than his size. Nicholas for 3. Right in front of the student section. Nicholas now with his first bucket of the game. St. Norbert has been on fire with 4 of 7 as a team for 57% from behind the arc. Cougars have been trying to answer that all game already, but they've only been able to convert on 3 of 10 from deep. Hatton, left corner, shot fake, nice move, gets him to the block, throws it up, can't finish. Rebound by Nicholas. And Jordan Matthews with 8 of the 15 points for the Cougars right now. Some of the supporting cast will have to pick up play a little bit. Pettit, left side. He's got a quick dribble and able to get inside, but not finish. Matthews turns on the afterburner, able to flip it up and in. Nice spin off the top of the left backboard. He now reaches double digits, and there's 7:56 remaining in the first half. And a huge 10-second call by the referees. Good double team between Jordan Matthews as well as Justin Greenlee.
Yeah, the Cougars, they might want to get a little ball pressure full court.
Coach Kohler definitely likes drawing up his full court pressure. He's not afraid to turn it up if they're down or up because he understands pressure always has to be applied. Behind the back dribble, floater from Greenlee. Nice shot inside. Good sequence from the sophomore guard. Travel called. Glazer moved his feet a couple, one too many steps inside. So Cougars are back within one possession. They've gone on a little bit of a run here, starting to pick up some steam. And the Green Knights find themselves as where the Cougars were a couple minutes ago in their own scoreless drought. Hatton rolls it into Gladney. Fade away on the baseline. Rebound by Bulwark. Bulwark's been quiet since the beginning parts of this first half. Double team, fed inside. Now a three from Payant. Way too strong, and it's out of bounds. Garrett Gresh in for the Green Knights. .640 remaining in the first half. Greenlee guarded by Lawrence. Travel called on Greenlee. Greenlee able to now pick up Lawrence in the full court. Not afraid to do that. One of the better defenders on this team. But taking it all the way inside is Parker Lawrence. Good vision from the freshman guard, Hortonville, Wisconsin native. Nice clean cut inside off the Cougars' defense. Landon Gladney with a nice bucket for his name. Travel called on Evan Glazer. Jordan Matthews returns to the court for Landon Gladney. Actually, it'll be Brent Hatton. Both of them are going over the bench at the same time. I just flipped the coin and decided who was going to come out. As we mentioned, Cougars have been in striking distance this entire time. They may have fallen behind a little bit by as much as 7 points. But for the most part, it's been at 3 points. Been able to make a couple defensive stands. Ball is loose. Isaac Riddell lost it as Garrett Gresh came in and swiped it out during a double team.
Yeah, it looks like it's been pretty back and forth. You know, a few travel calls. But yeah, it's been a back and forth game.
Carson Talbert, Tavares Davis-Williams checking in for their respective teams. And especially as we reach the final 5 minutes of this first half, we might see one team pull away. Last burst of energy, just knowing you'll be able to go to the halftime locker room talk and get some more. Isaac Riddell pushes Garrett Gresh to the ground. So Riddell picks up his second personal foul. Brent Hatton has to rush back from the Gatorade cooler to replace Riddell. And you see right now, the Cougars are basically rotating 7 guys off of their entire roster. We have Greenlee and Riddell right now on the bench. And a nice jumper from Carson Talbert. Well, both teams haven't really attacked inside. Maybe Coach Kohler thinks this is the time to do it. Cougars have 10 points in the paint, Green Knights with only 6. But as you mentioned, with Davis Williams as well as Hatton and Gladney inside, you might as well. How about Emmanuel Wilson taking it on the left block? .433 remaining. Cougars dialing up some defensive pressure. Quick shot, Lawrence 3. Not able to sink it. Jordan Matthews has been electric in this first half with 10 points, leading this Cougars offense. Wilson inside, stops, trying to get some help, gets it out to Matthews. Some of the St. Norbert faithful wanted a travel call. Hatton trying to line up a 3. Stops on a dime, looks for help, gets it to Matthews, gets it back off a deflection, can't get it. Davis Williams throws it up, not able to get it to go. A wacky sequence for the Cougars and Green Knights. A couple tip balls by the rim, a ball going off a leg. Tavares Davis Williams will go to the free throw line at the end of it all for 2 free throws.
You definitely want those second chance opportunities, so offensive rebounds are key.
And that's one thing that Coach Kohler always talks about is his selflessness and sacrifice chart. And that's something they keep track of every game. Who is the guy that's going to be getting offensive board, loose balls, jump balls, everything that you can possibly think of that is not covered in a box score is covered in his stat book for that. And they award that to each player after every win. And these players know about it, so they definitely attempt to try. And that's keep record of to made known for the team. Davis Williams able to go 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Green Knight lead now cut to 2. 3:56 remaining in the first half. Carter Gledhill, Parker Kelly, as well as Mark Stennis with you on the Cougar Sports Network. Senior night inside of Geisman between the Green Knights and the Cougars. Hatton wanted to steal that from Bulwark. Mid-range jumper from Talbert, no good. Cougars have a chance to take a lead with a long ball. They've been a little cold from that range. 1 of 6 in the last 6 deep tries. They're moving it around the perimeter. Gladney now has it, trying to go baseline. Gets it into Matthews on the other side in the corner. Loses it on the ground. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Gladney a 3. Hits front iron, offensive board. Matthews put back, no good. Ball is kicked out to Gresh. Good sequence for the Cougars, just not able to get a ball to fall. Timeout called by St. Norbert. It's a full timeout. 2:55 remaining in the first half. Green Knights are up 26-24 over the Cougars. You're watching Cougar basketball on the Cougar Sports Network.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. The trees stand tall. Mother, mother, you tell me to stay rooted. The tree's roots go deep. You tell me to focus on my breath, and the trees breathe for the earth. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? Will you be the kind that makes shade, or the kind that shows a new way? Might you be the kind to hug, or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind. The child had a few more questions after that, and the forest had plenty of answers.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Carter Gledo, Parker Kelly, and our guest of the game, Mark Stennis, former CUC alum. But Mark, you had your time here at CUC. What are you doing now?
Well, right now I am substitute PE teaching at North Shore Country Day. It's in Winnetka, Illinois. I am also the assistant boys varsity basketball coach as we're in season right now. And I run basketball camps in Chicago for Camp David basketball. It's an independent business I started. I do group training, personal training. I've been doing it for maybe the last 11 years. So it's been a while. It's been a blessing. So
we're continuing the love of the game. We appreciate your time at CUC and joining us here, because I'll tell you what, it's been a fun now. I have 3 people in the booth, another person to talk to as well. It's nice to be back with my partner Parker Kelly as well. Green Knights have it on the baseline. Quick shot out of the hand of Bulwark. Ball is still popping around. Who's going to grab it? Riddell said, I will. He has it in transition on the right side. Cougars have not had a lead in this game since the early moments when they were up 5-2 with their largest 3-point lead. Greenlee being slow, looking for some help. Trying to get it to Davis Williams. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get a shot up. Hatton, pump fake, throws it up. And nothing but backboard. And at that point, Cougars are trying to get a good quality shot, run the time down. But at some point, too, you need to also think about where the best quality shot is. As you hear Jim Egan say, under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Open look 3 from Payant. Ball is hit off of the hands of Evan Glazer. Riddell will inbound it for the Cougars. And you might not be able to see it on your screen as well, but not only is the far side bleachers almost full, the entire near side run under our booth is full of Cougar loyal fans. Gladney, nice feed in from Greenlee. He's got to get some help. He's under the baseline, throws it up to Riddell. I don't know how that ball able to get to him. Matthews now has some trouble. 2 steps it, throws it up, not there. Gladney offensive board, he throws it up. Ball's hit out to Wilson, a 3. Brick, rebound by Greenlee. He throws it up and a foul is called. Everybody take a breath. That was a lot.
those second chance opportunities, I'm telling you, those count at the end of the game. You look back and you see how many rebounds you had, opportunities you had to score.
Well, the Cougars are out-rebounding the Green Knights right now, 22-12. But more importantly, if you ask Coach Kohler what's more important, are offensive boards. Cougars with 7, and surprisingly, the Green Knights with only 1. So the Cougars are doing their good job of boxing out on the defensive side. Greenlee misses the first free throw. Brent Hatton checks in for Isaac Riddell. Minute 20 remaining in the first half. Cougars back within 1. CUC currently on a 2-game losing streak. Green Knights currently on a 2-game winning streak. Payant gives it up now. Nicholas. He's been able to put up a couple good quality shots for the Green Knights. Payne gets it back on the baseline. Defended by 2 Cougars. Misses on the inside. He had Brent Hatton all over him. Under a minute to play. Greenlee trying to take it himself, but gets it poked out of his pocket by Nicholas. Gives it up inside. Losing it out of bounds is Jacob Bulwark. Good effort from Justin Greenlee, hustling back from one baseline to the other. Able to poke his hand inside and prevent an easy transition layup. Bulwark for 3. Rolls out. Offensive board. Only the second of the game, but Evan Glazer makes the most of it. 4-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Cougars down by 3. It's been a back-and-forth affair. St. Norbert's been in front for most of this half, but the Cougars have never let them get any breathing room. Justin Greenlee gives it up to Jordan Matthews, the leading scorer for the team with 10 points. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Hatton takes it himself, and he's fouled on the way up. A good drive inside from Brett Hatton. Sends him to the free throw line. Carter Gebler fouled. That's his first personal foul. I think the only thing that's more enjoyable watching this game, not a lot of fouls called either. The refs are letting them play out a lot of hard baskets, especially at the rim. So they're making each one be earned.
Yeah, as a player, that's what you want. You don't want the whistle being blown too many times. You want to be able to play and settle it like that.
Garrett Grash back in. Hatton makes the second free throw. Cougars are now 3 of 8 in the half from the charity stripe. Picking up speed is Carter Gebler. Able to get it to the corner, but blocked. And able to finish? No. Josh Nicholas had his shot blocked by Justin Greenlee, then went back inside to grab his rebound. And at the end of it all, the score is 28-26. Green Knights ahead of the Cougars. Parker, it was one of those halves for the Cougars that was what we usually expect from the Coach Kohler and the boys in the first half. Keep it close and do everything you can defensively and prevent some good shots as well. Green Knights only shot 33% from the field. They shot 33% as well from behind the arc. And the Cougars are in a good spot right now to go into halftime feeling comfortable with what they could do in the second. Well, we have the CUC dance team on the court right now for some halftime entertainment, and I'll be on the call as well for a Special Olympics basketball game. So stay tuned on the Cougar Sports Network. Well, we're in for a little bit of a treat here at halftime. We have Special Olympics basketball, courtesy of Opportunity Knox, and you can see our athletes getting ready to go onto the court. In the group, Rebecca McIntyre, Peter Caden, Sonia Taylor, Jackie Finn, Ryan Gravely, Nick Sawyer, and John Carmody, as well as new additions of Katrina and Mike. We get ready for some halftime basketball here inside of Geisman Gymnasium. Shout out to Sydney Palaskis-Laher, one of the executive board members of CUC's Student Athlete Advisory Committee, for putting this all together. It is the 10th anniversary of CUC's partnership with Special Olympics. We weren't able to have this last year, but this partnership And this halftime game means so much. As with the ball now is Peter. Peter Caden likes hanging out with his friends. He's really good at golf and bowling. He's wearing number 25. The ball is on the ground, going the other way. Shot a little too strong, put back up, and we got our first basket of the game. That is courtesy of Nick Sawyer. He's good at making new friends. He loves playing basketball, and he's really good at telling jokes. Shots are being thrown up. Tell you about some of our other players as well when we get the chance. You see Nick dribbling over. A shot put up. That was from Rebecca McIntyre. Rebecca wearing number 50. She loves anime. Her favorite one she's watching right now is Hunter x Hunter. She loves playing sports, working out, and lifting weights. Another rebound by Nick, going the other way. And a made basket. That was Jackie Finn with the finish at the block and the bank. She loves art. She also does bowling and swimming. And if you didn't know, she is a Disney superfan like myself. And as you can see right now, this is what CUC Athletics is all about. 10th anniversary with Special Olympics. And going the other way now is Rebecca. Rebecca picking up steam. Gets their own rebound. Can't get it to fall. Peter gets it. Going the other way. Trina's shot just off the mark. Jackie Finn, right side. Going in, stops in the paint. Rebound put back up by Nick. Peter goes the other way. Katrina loses it out of bounds. Gets it back. Throws it up. Almost got one to fall in. But you see some of our SAC members helping out these players now. Mackenzie Strawlin, Holly Beachy, Chandler Kerr, Wyatt McLaughlin, Aiden Vizzy, Sydney Palaskis Lawher, Gina Westfall, as well as Becky Peroni, all out there on the court helping these athletes in their game. Nick says, give me that. Banks it home. Nice shot from Nick. Nice assist up the court to Jackie. Nice throw in there. Nick, another good basket. He said he's really good at telling jokes, so I'd be very interested in what he would know because I love jokes and laughing. Another made basket. Number 32. That was out of the hand of, that was John. He has 4 brothers. He's really good at remembering birthdays, and he's also very good at running. Katrina going the other way, throws it up. I think it hit front iron. That ball comes back into play. As Sonia has the ball now. She has it at center court. Sonia Taylor loves to cook. She works at Knockout Pickle with opportunity knocks. She plays bowling, loves basketball. Has it right side block. Going for the old Will Ferrell. Granny shot. Semi-pro, great movie. Katrina from the free throw line into the hand of Nick. Another basket. Peter dribbling it up the middle of the court. Right now getting chased up and gives it up to John. John, right side, block, layup, just misses. Gets his, almost got the rebound, but we give it back over here. Gets it to Ryan Gravely. Loves basketball. Looking up at the backboard, uses the legs, almost had it. She's very funny, and she works at Happy Pie Apple Pie Shop. I'll tell you what, Nick is a stud right now, giving it up to Jackie, going for some extra assist points. Nick gets it back, a little bit outside of the paint. Another basket for Nick. I don't know how many points he has off the top of my head. I'd probably say at least 12. Really feeling himself. He has a really good stroke, short, sweet, and he finds backboard or net. Another basket inside for John. Now Mike has it. Free throw line, couple dribbles. Getting ready to line it up. Good shot from Mike, wearing number 12 in white. Katrina loses the mask. She picks up speed. Too far. Can Nick get one more shot off? A long ball, just short. But as the crowd gets on their feet in applause, opportunity knocks in the Special Olympics. This is one of the highlights of the year for Special Olympics, and SAC is putting on this event, and you can see it all on the athlete's face and the partnership between Opportunity Knocks as well as Concordia University Chicago Athletics and SAC. And we'll get some halftime stats for you of the men's game shortly. 3:28 remaining till St. Norbert and CUC square off in second half basketball on the Cougar Sports Network. We're glad to have you back for second half basketball here. Close game, 28-26. And Parker, you talked about it. The Cougars really dialed up intensity offensively inside, and that's where they've been getting a bulk of their points. We mentioned Jordan Matthews electrifying threes to open up the half, but as well as we get ready to start the second half, Mark, we also see guys like Landon Gladney able to get some boards. He has 4 rebounds, 4 points, and those are the guys that really carry weight inside when you can get your bigger guys more involved in the offense.
Yeah, you can't always, they say you live and die by the three. You got to, you have to be able to spread it around and have touches on the inside, get offensive rebounds. That's what kind of has kept CUC in the game.
And those offensive rebounds that Mark is alluding to, CUC has 7 in the first half. The Green Knights with only 3. The Cougars are out-rebounding the Green Knights 23-14 as Landon Gladney was fouled by Garrett Gresh, and he will shoot a pair of free throws. So the free throws have been a struggle for the Cougars throughout this season. They are 3 of 9 in the game right now. Gladney able to go 1 of 2. Cougars are last in the NAC conference in free throw shooting, just under 65%. St. Norbert not doing themselves any favors either at 67%. So this could be a big one here later in the game, depending on how fouls go, if free throws could be a factor. Gresh playing tough defense on Gladney and stuffing his attempt inside. Bulwark, who led the scoring for the Green Knights with 9 points in the first half, trying to get himself back in. And an and one foul called. Or actually, we'll just make sure it was goaltending. I think Landon Gladney was trying to get up right at the rim. So the basket is good from Evan Glazer. Justin Greenlee bringing it up for the Cougars. Jordan Matthews now. Riddell lines up a 3. Too strong. Ball kicks all the way out into the hands of Payan. Double team coming for the Cougars, and a foul is called. That's something else the Cougars have to be careful of, because right now they're not going deep into their bench. They've only been using 8 players so far. When currently on the bench, Brent Hatton, Tavares Davis-Williams, as well as Jalen Meeks. Riddell, nice defensive effort, gets the steal. Waits for his team to catch up in the front court. Gets fouled on his way up. So now the intensity picking up still. Contact from the first half was one thing neither team shied away from.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are adjusting. The referees are starting to call more fouls now. So both teams are adjusting. That's good.
Riddell makes the first free throw. Foul was called on Garrett Gresh. That is his second personal foul. The free throw is waved off. Landon Gladney entered the paint a little early. What amazes me is how silent Geisman was at that moment. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to, be that only voice in the free throw there. But compared to what it's been, it's gone from very high to very low when Cougars are shooting free throws. Payan in the corner, looks for help, gets it into Glazer. Easy lay-in inside. Wilson, a 3. 2 bounce out. Rebound Green Knights. They're working in transition. Bulwark double teamed in front of his own bench. Flips the court, goes to Gresh. Wide open three from Lawrence. Back iron, rebound by Bulwark. Another three coming out of the hand of Payen. Rebound here from Jordan Matthews, fighting off of Bulwark on his backside with one hand. Manuel Wilson can't finish inside, used his right hand on the left side of the basket. And this is the part where Coach Kohler doesn't want his guys to be, and that's why he's calling a timeout. Is a run from the other team to open up the second half. Full timeout from Coach Kohler. Green Knights go on a little bit of a run, and they're now up 34-28 in the early minutes of the second half on the Cougar Sports Network. Full timeout was called by the Cougars after the Green Knights started on a 6-1 run over the last 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Parker, we haven't really seen any team go on any run into this game yet up until this point. But what did the Green Knights do in order to force the hand of Coach Kohler to call a timeout? And Mark, to kind of go off of Parker's point, the miscommunication and some of those offensive shots and possessions he was talking about might have not been the greatest. As a coach, what do you tell your guys in the huddle in order to kind of refocus them, bring them back down to the earth and what you're supposed to do?
You know, that this is it's still a game, and it's, you know, it's not out of reach, and they have to continue to keep playing hard and communicate with each other, especially on the offensive end.
Acrobatic finish from Jordan Matthews now with 12 points. Green Knights, again, have been riding a 2-game win streak. They are sitting at the top of the conference right now, along with two other members of Concordia, Wisconsin, and Wisconsin Lutheran College. Jacob Bulwark now inside Parker Lawrence, too strong. Kicks all the way out to Bulwark. He'll have a second chance at it, and a foul is called as he hits the court. Foul called on Isaac Riddell, so that is his third personal foul, and now we'll see the Cougars go a little bit further into their bench as three substitutes are coming in. Bulwark shot, not able to fall, no shooter's touch. Tavares Davis-Williams, Brett Hatton check in for Landon Gladney and Justin Greenlee.
Yeah, those guys, remember, those guys will rebound pretty well, so, I mean, I can see why you put them back in.
And first time appearance in this game is Kieran Heller, a sophomore from Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin. This will be his 16th appearance on the season for the Cougars, averaging just over 8.5 minutes a game and a couple points in each appearance. So smaller lineup for the Cougars. Jordan Matthews playing big man. Brent Hatton now right corner, gives it up to Heller. Good movement on the perimeter. Matthews, three, bang! Jordan Matthews now 3 of 5 from deep. He loves the corner three, and that's the kind of shot out of a big playmaker you need. Ends a huge drought and gets the Cougars going on their own run of themselves. 5-1 run and finds himself back within one possession. Foul call on Kieran Heller. That is his first, and it will be the team's third. Lawrence will inbound it left side. Talbert, receptor of that. Pay it. Dump down to Gresh on the baseline. Right block. Davis Williams backing down. Spin around. Good move by Gresh using his 6'5", 220 frame. Only a freshman, but had that a good light footwork on the block. Cougars really using the perimeter to jumpstart their offense. Deep two from Davis Williams. Little short. In transition, Green Knights led by Payant. Inside, guarded by Jordan Matthews. Turnaround, able to get it to Talbert on left block. Spin around. He uses his left hand on the left side. Gets around Davis Williams.
Yeah, CUC needs to stop on defense. They need to get a stop on defense for sure.
Matthews trying to do the same thing as we saw Talbert do last time. Left side, now Hatton, a three. Short, Davis Williams loses it to Michael Payant. And like you said, Mark, Cougars need to stop here. Brent Hatton with the steal. Manuel Wilson left side. Went up with two hands on that layup. That would have been an easy bucket, but again, got rushed because of the defense coming after him. So now a three from Bulwark. And he hits it in front of his bench, and a timeout called by Coach Kohler. And this is the do or die right here for the Cougars, it seems like. His energy is definitely with the Green Knights. 14:22 remaining in the second half. Cougars call a timeout to try to stop the bleeding as they trail the Green Knights 42-33 on the Cougar Sports Network.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. The trees stand tall. Mother, mother, you tell me to stay rooted. The tree's roots go deep. You tell me to focus on my breath, and the trees breathe for the earth. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? Will you be the kind that makes shade, or the kind that shows a new way? Might you be the kind to hug, or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter what you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind. The child had a few more questions after that, and the forest had plenty of answers.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Back inside of Geisman Gymnasium as St. Norbert is kind of pulled away in front of the Cougars. Up 42-33 on a 7-0 run. And Parker, this St. Norbert's team has caught a little bit of fire and really forced the hand of Coach Kohler, but they haven't really changed their identity offensively. And Mark, you pointed something out to me during that break, is that you could tell because of how the Green Knights offense is working that sooner or later the shots were going to fall.
Yeah, those were shots that seemed like they weren't horrible shots that they missed in the first half. They have a lot of ball movement, as you can tell, and sooner or later you knock them down, that stretches the game out.
Green Knights shot 33% from the field in the first half, currently shooting 6 of 10, so 60%. Nice step back, Jordan Matthews, fire me up. Really feeling himself from deep. Jordan Matthews now with 18 points on senior night. He gets the crowd at Geisman, some of them to their feet. Cougars dial up a zone defense. Mid-range jumper. Talbert able to silence the crowd for a moment. Heller looking for somewhere to go. Davis Williams now back into the hot hands of Jordan Matthews. Landon Gladney, hesitation. Long range Matthews. He can't miss! Jordan Matthews, back-to-back possessions.
Yeah, he is. Single-handedly keeping us in it.
21 points, and I think what you mentioned, Mark, is he's keeping the Cougars in this game. Does not want his team to go down. Foul called. It'll go against It'll go against, I believe, Brent Hatton. Emmanuel Wilson and Justin Greenlee in. But I will say, courtesy to the guys that came in, Tavares Davis-Williams and Kieran Heller, for doing their role and helping facilitate the offense in those last 2 possessions to get the team back into it. Gelisic's shot goes out of bounds off the deflection underneath.
Something that's different from the first half, St. Norbert is definitely more active on the boards offensively.
Both teams now tied, 25 rebounds apiece after the Cougars were up by as much as 9. Gladney going for the swat. No contact between Talbert. He just fell to the ground. Jordan Matthews, spin around inside, splits the defense. Tough shot, buried it off the bottom of the backboard. Can Jordan Matthews do it again? He does! 3 times in a row! Cougars down by 2. Jordan Matthews is unstoppable right now with 24 points. Green Knights try to answer. That ball toilet bowled in and out of the hand of Carson Tolbert. Ball on the ground. And that's Matthews is slow to get up. He's trailing behind. Looks like he's gimping on his right foot a little bit. Justin Greenlee feeds it into Landon Gladney. Make that 4 Cougar threes. Timeout, Green Knights. The Cougars have stormed back by being down as much as 9 to electrify Geisman and take the lead. 30-second timeout. It'll be a full timeout, actually. 45-44, 11:45 remaining in the second half. You do not want to go anywhere else. Stay tuned to the Cougar Sports Network.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. The trees stand tall. Mother, mother, you tell me to stay rooted. The tree's roots go deep. You tell me to focus on my breath, and the trees breathe for the earth. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? Will you be the kind that makes shade, or the kind that shows a new way? Might you be the kind to hug, or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind. The child had a few more questions after that, and the forest had plenty of answers.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Back inside Geisman Gymnasium, Carter Gledhill with you on the call, joined by Parker Kelly and Mark Stennis. And what a turn of events it's been inside of Geisman. Cougars now up by 1, courtesy of some sharp shooting from deep. In particular, Jordan Matthews with 3 in a row, and then accompanied by Justin Greenlee, who made it 4. Mark, it's a game if you can keep shooting the ball from deep and catch fire. That's one of them. And the Cougars took advantage of some of that defense from the Green Knights that slacked off on the perimeter.
Yeah, those threes have, definitely caused the Cougars to have some momentum, and even, being able to get rebounds on the defensive end, turn that into threes on the offensive end, it helps.
And you mentioned, Parker, you talked about energy is something the Cougars needed. Well, they got that energy, and now they need just to find a way to sustain it. Playing a full 40 minutes of basketball is what the Cougars need to do. And they've now retaken the lead over the Green Knights. Justin Greenlee wants to go inside, throws it up off the backboard a little too strong. Gladney poked it out, ball still on the court, but able to get picked up by Carter Gebler. And blocked by Jordan Matthews, and instead it's a foul. Contact with Kyle Krieger. That's first foul going on Jordan Matthews. So Kyle Krieger to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Krieger shooting 58% from the free throw line this season. Misses the first free throw. Brett Hatton takes a seat on the bench. Tavares Davis-Williams in. And right now, looking at the court, Mark, the Cougars have the size advantage.
They definitely do. Just got to box out and keep St. Norbert off the glass.
The game is tied at 45 apiece. Under 11 minutes remaining now. As a whole new ball game. Same momentum is still favoring the Cougars a little bit, but turnovers like that will give it right back to the Green Knights. Pump fake, Nicholas gives it up to Payant. Waiting for some help is Evan Glazer. He'll pull it back up top. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Green Knights looking to get something going and retake the lead. Left side uncontested, missed layup, but a good tip in inside from Evan Glazer. And he's been kind of doing that all game, is just waiting for the paint. He now has 8 points and 4 rebounds. Davis-Williams looks to give it to Jordan Matthews. Can't do it. Goes himself to the right side. Throws it up. Little too strong. Ball is on the ground. Picked up by Carter Kebler. So here's the deal for the Green Knights now, trying to get a 2-possession lead if they can convert on a basket here. A 3 from Nicholas. Off the mark. Another rebound by Glazer. He throws it up. Tavares Davis-Williams with the rebound. Both teams need to take each possession down to the wire, basically, and get the best shot possible. Justin Greenlee over to Davis-Williams, goes inside. Greenlee all alone, top of the arc, right side miss. Manuel Wilson able to throw it off of Josh Nicholas. Isaac Riddell returns to the game for the Green Knights, Parker Lawrence. And we haven't really talked about Riddell offensively in this game as much because he only has 3 points and he hasn't hit a 3. But he still has that ability, Parker, where he can pull up and get this team back into a good spot. Riddell shooting 31% from behind the arc on the season. So 19 seconds on the shot clock. Riddell will take it out. Looks to get it in. Wanted Davis-Williams, but gets it into Emmanuel Wilson instead. Both teams have been going back and forth, and it wasn't until those middle moments of the second half have the Cougars been able to retake a lead. Gladney, Davis-Williams, spin around. Looks for help. 3 seconds, 2. Fadeaway jumper, Gladney. Front iron. Offense turned it over there. Now we have it going the other way. Garrett Gresh. Parker Lawrence, left side. He's been kind of the facilitator for the offense for the Green Knights. Dishing it off to each guy. Garrett Gresh looking for some inside. Gets it up to the top. Parker Lawrence, a 3 from Nichols. And a foul is now called, as we'll wait for Evan Glazer to get up. We'll wait for the official call. Landon Gladney comes out, Brett Hatton in. Landon Gladney called for the foul. That's his second personal foul. Cougars with 6 fouls in the quarter. There's still 8:44 remaining, so free throws could come back to haunt them if there's one more in the bonus. Green Knights are doing a good job with only 2. Gresh. Spin around. Rebound by Hatton. Hatton, corner 3. Too strong. Greenlee, offensive board. Pulls it out, a fresh 20 on the shot clock. Waits to set up shop. Each possession becoming more and more important as time ticks off the clock. Brett Hatton keeps it in. Emmanuel Wilson, 5 seconds to work with. Has to get shot up, step back. Nothing. And there's should be a shot clock violation, but not. Emmanuel Wilson, a 3, no good. Board by Davis-Williams, no good. Trying to get a third shot up, he does. Gets fouled, and one. Davis Williams.
Way to not give up on the play. I like it.
You don't stop till the whistle blows, and if you're Davis Williams, you don't stop rebounding until you get that bucket. Game is back up to tie. The Cougars have a chance to take a lead with the and one. But a wacky sequence, because I thought for certain there would be a shot clock violation called. I think it was because there was a rebound from St. Norbert and then the loss of possession there. But still, you can see on the St. Norbert bench, Gary Gresh was not happy with that from the officials. As Davis Williams gives the Cougars a 1-point lead, he now has 4 points in the game. Cougars dropping into a 1-3-1 zone. This is where they start to dial up the pressure. And to your point, Mark, this is where they need to keep applying it in order to win this game.
Yeah, especially on the wings. Apply the pressure and board.
Talbert wasn't able to get 2 chances or 1 bucket. So Greenlee taking it up left side. Trying to get it to Emmanuel Wilson on the baseline. Right idea, just a bad pass. They're lucky it goes out of bounds. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Brent Hatton will take it out. Splits the corner in the paint for the Cougars. Floats it up, gets it to Riddell. Behind the back pass to Davis Williams. Knocked the ref over, and now the ref is calling it out of bounds. And you can hear inside of Geisman, the ref is not happy with it. I think Kohler was calling for a push out as Riddell was pushed out. And again, each team understanding each possession as we reach almost under 7 minutes to go in this game. Cougars are still sitting in their 1-3-1 zone. Bounce pass inside to Gresh. Gives it back out for a 3 from Lawrence. Rebound by Riddell. He gets knocked down. Foul called on Carson Talbert. And as much as we've talked about, just looking at the box score right now, the Cougars being effective in the paint, the Green Knights have stormed back to take their own stance inside. They now have 20 points in the game in the paint to CUC 16. So almost like a little role reversal, and I think that's kind of because of what we saw with Jordan Matthews' 3 3-pointers as well as Justin Greenlee's 3. Emmanuel Wilson trying to get his offense going. He's up to Jordan Matthews, who has 24 points. Gets it out to Riddell. That 3, he makes it!
That's exactly what you said. If he gets going.
Isaac Riddell hits his first 3 of the game. He's now 1 of 4 and gives the Cougars a 4-point lead over the Green Knights. Cougars still sitting in the zone. Can the Green Knights break it? Inside. Gives it to Talbert. Back out to Lawrence. Bulwark has been quiet this half. And a 3 in the corner, a big silencer from Michael Payant. Payant now with 8 points. He's 2 of 6 from behind the arc.
A lot of basketball left. Anything can happen.
Cougars with 3 timeouts. St. Norbert with 4. Inside, Davis Williams, turnaround. Couldn't finish inside. That's not the first time we've seen him struggle 2 feet in front of the basket, because those are the possessions that you want and you need to capitalize. Gresh, nice move on the baseline. Gets a jump from Gladney and draws the foul. That is a big one because Landon Gladney now has 3 personal fouls, and it puts the Green Knights in the bonus for the remainder of the game. Everybody's taking a deep breath as free throws are to come from Garrett Gresh, the freshman from Green Bay, Wisconsin. And a crucial moment with 5:23 remaining, makes the first free throw. 77% free throw shooter on the season. Able to go 2 for 2. And he had 5 points on the season. Now finds himself with 4 in the game. St. Norbert's bench is standing up. The gym is silent and Geisman. Corner 3 from Riddell. Little short. Rebound from Gladney. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Trying to get it inside Davis Williams. Gets it to the corner for Wilson. Drives baseline. Throws it up and in and one. Tough finish from the sophomore at the rim. Emmanuel Wilson goes baseline, finish with the right hand, and gets a foul called. Garrett Gresh picks up his 3rd.
Yeah, it's great. It was a great finish. That was a great finish.
And both finishes on both sides right now, both teams, I should say, are dialing up not only the intensity on defense, but they're really locked in at the rim, especially on finishes, because they understand that each shot is a deciding factor now, as this is a one-possession game and could be for the very well for the remainder of the game. Michael Payant, Cougars still in that 1-3-1 zone. Ball still at the top. Payant inside. The ball is loose. It goes out of bounds. It goes to the Cougars. Brett Hatton checks in for Tavares Davis Williams. So Cougars still have the height advantage. Garrett Gresh is going to be replaced by Josh Nicholas. So the tallest player out there on the court for the Green Knights is Evan Glazer at 6'6". Tallest player for the Cougars is Landon Gladney at 6'5". Brett Hatton also comes in at 6'4". So a couple more taller players out for the Cougars. You see Gladney trying to go inside with Glazer. Hatton takes a strong look. Good hand on the ball from Lawrence to stop the ball from going to the corner in Wilson. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Riddell, long 3, front iron, rebound Gladney. Foul is called on the ground. That is a huge offensive board from Landon Gladney, and the foul will be called on Michael Payant, I should say. Or actually, excuse me, Evan Glazer. So now the next Green Knight foul will put the Cougars in the bonus for the remainder of the game. Riddell gives it in. Matthews has it at the top. Good perimeter work and ball reversal from the Cougars. Riddell, a 3, front iron, and a foul called. Emmanuel Wilson came crashing in from the free throw line and gets hip checked by Parker Lawrence out of bounds. So the Cougars are going to be shooting free throws. And Mark, we talked about this. The Cougars are not the best free throw shooting team. In fact, they are the worst in the conference, but it doesn't matter about what happened before. They really need to cash in on these opportunities they have for the remaining 4 minutes and 1 second.
Yeah, as I tell my players, got to knock down the free throws. That's extra points right there.
Parker, you refer to it as the charity stripe as well as I do, and Emmanuel Wilson hits the first one, but the Cougars are shooting just 57% from that line in this game. Green Knights are at 80%. But the Cougars are continuously going after the rim because they know that they're getting those opportunities, and also they get the second chances too with rebounds. Well, Cougars are out to their largest lead of the game of 4 points, up 56-52. Timeout called by the Green Knights. It's a 30-second timeout. 4:01 remaining in the game on the Cougar Sports Network.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Wacha. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? And now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back to the broadcast. I want to give a quick shout out to all the student workers and staff on today's production. Julia Beers, our producer. Jada Carr, Grace Miller, our camera operators. Ryan McGee, Peter Borkowski, under the direction of CJ Sellner, Kayla McLeod, and Justin Bajorseth. I'm Carter Gledhill, joined by Parker Kelly as well as Mark Stennis. We are happy you're with us as we have under 4 minutes to play in this exciting conference basketball game. As a foul is called on Landon Gladney, Michael Payant will go to the free throw line. Gladney picks up his 4th foul, and that is a huge one if you're a Cougar faithful, because he is one of your bigger players, and he's been exceptionally well on the offensive boards.
Yeah, even offensively, he's not doing a lot of scoring, but he's affecting the game in other ways. They'll throw it down to him on the block, right? He maybe will make a move, pass it out, and then on the swing, guys like Riddell get threes.
Second free throw is missed, so it's only a 3-point difference between the Green Knights and Cougars. Gladney goes to the bench, is replaced by Davis Williams, and as Mark mentioned, Gladney not really putting up offensive numbers in point-wise with 5, but he is leading the team, or tied with leading the team with 6 rebounds. Isaac Riddell trying to wrap it around inside to Davis Williams. Ball is still alive in the paint and picked up by Evan Glazer. Green Knights have a chance to take a lead with a 3-pointer. They've struggled in this half, though, from that range, 2 of 9. And a double dribble is called. That's a costly turnover. That is the 11th turnover from the Green Knights in this game. .309 remaining. Jordan Matthews calling out the play, leading this team with 24 points. That is also a game high. Brent Hatton strong inside, gets and one. That's the kind of play you want to see out of your guys in the later parts of a game. And Brent Hatton has been shooting it, and he's also been getting it done inside. Just got word from our stats department that Jordan Matthews has set a new season high with that 24 points. His previous high was 22 that he ellipsed twice on the season. So the senior with a new season high of 24 and put his team right where they are, because we talked about it a lot already in this game. Right when he started cashing in from 3, that's when the tides turned in favor of the Cougars. Long 3 from Bulwark off the mark. Gladney getting feisty and gets the rebound, and a foul is called. 2:31 remaining. Gladney will shoot free throws.
That's why he's so important. Down the stretch, rebounds, it definitely helps.
Evan Glazer with the foul. That is his 3rd, team's 9th. Landon Gladney on the season from the free throw line, just over 60%. Has a chance to increase his point total here. As we mentioned, not as much of the offensive numbers as we've seen from him, but his second, if you want to talk about like tiers, his second tier stats in the box score are what are putting him out there right now and has made him so impactful, as you mentioned, Mark. Gladney goes 2 for 2. Green Knights will inbound. Find themselves chasing the largest deficit of the game of 7 points. And you see right there, Coach Kohler's not happy about that, because that was about 5-6 seconds off the clock, and they were able to score just like that. Timeout called by the Green Knights. 2:24 remaining. Cougars up by 5. Stay inside Geisman Gymnasium for all the action that is coming your way in these final minutes on the Cougars Sports Network.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Back inside of Geisman Gymnasium, Carter Gledhill, Parker Kelly, Mark Stennis with you on the call. Cougars are up by 5 with 2:24 remaining in a crucial conference game and a fight for a home playoff spot. Not only have the Cougars picked up the offense from the first half, but Parker, they have definitely increased their free throw percentage and have chances here in the later parts of this game as they are in the bonus, and in the second half already shooting 80%. Gladney got trapped under the basket by two Green Knights, stepped out of bounds, so it'll go the other way. This is where the communication we've talked about this entire game comes down to. Cougars still in that 1-3-1 zone. Inside, Glazer going to work on Gladney. Hands up, no foul. Hatton with the rebound. Holds it in, gets it up to Jordan Matthews on the left side. Emmanuel Wilson will pull it back out to Matthews, and the senior wisely dribbles back out to the center court logo to waste some more time. And we see a basket here for the Cougars. Couldn't be it just because of how much time is left, as well as themselves with the benefit in the free throw. Matthews, 3 seconds, two, step back, big two, makes it! That's a two. His foot was on the line, but nonetheless, a fantastic shot from Jordan Matthews.
That's how you know it's your game. It's your day when you're just knocking down shots like that.
Senior day and a huge career day for Jordan Matthews. Air ball three from Michael Payant. Under a minute to play. The crowd gets on their feet inside of Geisman. Cougars are up by 7, and they know what's going on as you see Jordan Matthews hyping up the crowd. And nothing but praise from Coach Kohler about that young man because of his leadership and his athletic ability, one of the hardest working players. And I remember a couple weeks ago, he was talking about Coach Kohler and the coaches weekly that we had when Jordan Matthews got the text that he won was recognized for D3 Team of the Week after his performance against Illinois Wesleyan. He said, "Coach, I can't celebrate right now. I'm in class, but I'm so excited." So that shows you the kind of man that he is, but also the basketball player for the talent he brings to this team. Cougars are up by 9 now. Losing it on the way up was Payant. Emmanuel Wilson has it under the basket. A foul is called on Garrett Gresh, and the Cougar fans know what's coming. They have 2 games remaining to come from next week. They will be on the road at Wisconsin Lutheran College and then at Rockford. So the season will be finished on February 16th. NAC first-round playoffs begin next weekend on Saturday. For the Green Knights, looking ahead at their schedule, they're going to need some big-time wins from some other people as well, but also Milwaukee School of Engineering they will be taking on February 16th on the road. Cougars up by 11. About a 4-second, 5-second differential between shot clock, game clock. Desperation three out of the hand of Josh Nicholas hits. 27.1 seconds remaining. Full timeout. We're going to step away, but the seconds are dwindling down as we will get to a fantastic performance from Jordan Matthews, the senior, with 26 points. And, Mark, it's kind of one of those things where you know players have that ability to get that star power out. But when your stars become even bigger stars, especially on a day like this, as a coach, how would that make you feel?
It make me feel great, you know, knowing that a guy that's a good guy, that's a hard worker, as you guys said, is able to produce on a night like this. And kind of, you know, show out for his family and his friends, his peers. So I feel great as a coach.
In Parker, you've mentioned it too. The free throw numbers have been better, but the shot quality for the Cougars is reflected in the box score, not just because of how they've been taking better shots, but it's what everybody else is doing to create those open shots. Because what I've seen is a lot less contested and tough shots inside. They've been able to get cleaner cuts and more movement on the outside to set up their offense. As a second whistle blows, both teams will come out to the court for the remaining 27 seconds and change. Cougars have struggled in the beginning of the week after dropping games to Illinois Tech as well as Lakeland, and a win today on Senior Day will feel good. And here comes the football formation with the trips receiver to the left side. And Jordan Matthews gets fouled. I love it when Coach Kohler does that. It's one of probably the only coaches that still does it, and it's for me it's entertaining because I'm a football fan. And especially with the Super Bowl coming up, I do enjoy a little bit of trips to the left.
Oh, yeah.
But Jordan Matthews having a spectacular senior night, 26 points, make it 27. Now 28. The man is on fire. Shot clock is turned off. 22 seconds remaining in the game. Basket from St. Norbert. Garrett Gresh. "30-second timeout. Actually, full timeout from St. Norbert. 17.1 seconds remaining. 68-61 is your score. We'll be back at the Cougar Sports Network shortly.
Being coach, she graduated the same year as I did.
Nice. .1 seconds remaining. Cougars have battled back in the second half to take a 7-point lead over the Green Knights, as the Green Knights are looking to try to fight their way back in the later goings. Seconds are dwindling down. Clock stops at 15.1. Isaac Riddell will go to the free throw line. The game is not done by any means. Still, Cougars have to make some free throws, and the Green Knights have to make some shots. But there has been a different Cougar team that we've seen. Parker, kind of reflective of what we've seen all year, is that they keep within at the first half. They make sure they're close in striking distance, as we always say, and go into the locker room. And then in the second half, at some point, they just explode. Riddell goes 1 of 2, makes it an 8-point ball game. Carter Gebler hurrying up, gives it up to Nicholas, a 3. He sinks it. Green Knights down by 5, 8 seconds remaining. Riddell to inbound, but a timeout called by Coach Kohler. We'll step away. And hopefully it's the conclusion of the basketball game after that. Timeout called by Coach Kohler with 8 seconds remaining. Cougars up by 5.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. The trees stand tall. Mother, mother, you tell me to stay rooted. The tree's roots go deep. You tell me to focus on my breath, and the trees breathe for the earth. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? Will you be the kind that makes shade, or the kind that shows a new way? Might you be the kind to hug, or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind. The child had a few more questions after that, and the forest had plenty of answers.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
Yeah.
As the teams come back out of the huddle, the Cougars called a timeout. 8 seconds remaining in the game. Cougars are looking to get back on track going into the final week of their regular season and the start of conference play next weekend. 3 Cougars to the left. Emmanuel Wilson can run the baseline. Gets it into Isaac Riddell and fouls by Jacob Bulwark. Fourth foul called on Bulwark. Took 0.8 of a second off the clock. And as Julia Beers, our producer, looked over to me, that was a lot of time for her. Riddell, remember we talked about at the beginning, he wasn't able to get the offensive numbers we're usually meant to see from him. But he's made up for that today. He has 10 points now, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, and he had that big 3 as well. So he's a guy that is just going to be able to be a role player, and that's what Coach Kohler says he does so well. And you hear from the beginning of the pregame when Jim Egan talked about him, and Coach Kohler's remarks is that he worked his way up from his freshman year to a role player to get to where he is. Put back by Nicholas, 0.8 seconds remaining. As the buzzer sounds. And no. They are going to be shooting free throws, I believe, because there was a shot with 0.8 of a second left.
I think Matthews has the opportunity to get 30 right here.
Yes, you have it right. Jordan Matthews with 28 points, so we will not, I'm not going to talk about anything. We're going to let him do his thing. We will let the crowd speak for themselves after this next free throw. And a huge accomplishment for the senior on senior day, Jordan Matthews. 30 points, leads his team to a comeback victory, winning 73-66 over the St. Norbert College Green Knights. And Parker, this couldn't have gone any better for the Cougars. Not only did it encapsulate what the season's been, but to have a guy like Jordan Matthews perform at the level he did, that's a big-time win and a celebratory manner for the Cougars. Mark, you're a good luck charm. You're 1-0 up here right now. But in that game, there were several moments where it seemed like the Cougars had lost momentum, and they were trying to find a way to go back. But to be able to bank on a guy like Jordan Matthews, and also that fed everybody else, too, energy. How does this team look going into next week in the postseason if they continue to play like this?
Yeah, if they continue to play like this, it's going to be hard to beat them, especially coming back home if they can get in the playoffs coming back home. Jordan Matthews, what can I say? Honestly, you know what? I'm feeling pretty good about that. I wore the number 12 when I was here, so he's representing my number great.
Well, like I said, good luck charm indeed. Thank you to Mark Stennis for joining us in the booth. Parker Kelly, my partner, as always, it's a pleasure to have you. As we want to say one more time, thank you to Julia Beers, Jada Carr, Grace Miller, Ryan McGee, Peter Borkowski, under the direction of CJ Sellner, Caleb McLeod, and Justin Bajorza. But do not go anywhere. We have a post-game interview with head coach Steve Kohler, as well as the seniors of your CUC basketball team. So stay tuned for that. Jeez. Well, this is probably the coolest post-game interview I'll have in my career at CUC. I'm standing with the 4 seniors of the men's basketball team, Jordan Matthews, Isaac Riddell, Jalen Meeks, and Landon Gladney. Guys, tremendous game all around. And Landon, I'll start with you. You guys fought your way back in this game, and you especially were able to control inside because of your offensive boards and your presence. On a senior day like this, what does it mean for you to come out and win 73-66 against a tough St. Norbert College team?
Man, it just means a lot, man. I mean, I've been here 4 years, and it's probably one of the best wins I've had. So we just stuck with it. We didn't give up. We just came out with the W.
Jalen, one thing that Coach Kohler always talks about is riding together and being a one team, and really today was that kind of mentality that you guys had, because there was never a doubt, I felt like, in this game where you guys couldn't pull something out. First half, you guys kept it close, but really in the middle part of that second, you guys were able to explode. What does it mean for this team, or what do you guys do in order to flip the switch and turn it on like we've seen today?
We really preach on just fighting through adversity. A lot of things have gone wrong this year, and it's always next man up mentality, and all 3 of these guys just played extremely just out of the ordinary tonight, and we just need that from here on out, because it's not one of us, it's all of us. It's a team effort.
Isaac, you were able to get it done at the free throw line tonight too, but your defensive presence was another thing that Coach Kohler always preaches about, because you as a role player in this situation where you're able to get guys like Jordan Matthews, which I'll get to in a second, and have a game like he did, as well as facilitate to other guys. What is it what do you do as a player in order to lock in and get your team in that situation?
You know, coaches all talk to me about getting my shots and getting my looks, but then at the same time, they also talk about being able to facilitate if the shot's not there, shot's not going. Getting guys like J-Rock going or E-Man going, it's going to be big for the program and big for the team if we can get guys like that going. A big group effort is what we need to win everything. So.
Now we'll get to the man, probably the player of the game. 30 points for J-Rock, Jordan Matthews. It felt like you couldn't miss from three. That stretch where you went back to back to back, electrified Geisman. But to have a performance like you did today, what does this mean to you as well as to the CUC community?
For me, honestly, man, it means just another game. You know, it was just a big game. I know we needed this game. We need every single game. But, you know, we lost the last 2 games, and I knew coming into this game, you know, I couldn't let those last 2 games allow it to affect us, you know. So for me personally, it was just focusing on getting this W. It wasn't about scoring 30 or anything like that. It was literally about getting this win for the program and then for our guys senior night, especially these guys, they've been here before me. So I'm thankful for them personally, for them to welcome me in with open arms like it was nothing because, you know, I transferred in. So for these guys to welcome me and go out like this on their senior night, that's what it meant for me. Maybe the other question, please?
For you, 30 points. To have your family here, though, I mean, I could see them. I believe it was your mom after your free throws because we were making sure that you were at 28. And I didn't say anything. Make sure 29 and 30. That was a big deal, obviously, for your family. And I'm assuming you're going to go celebrate after.
No, actually, I'm going to probably go back, get my body right treatment, and just relax. It was just a blessing to see my grandmother, my father, my uncle, and my mother here. You know, that was really heartfelt. You know, I'll go celebrate with them for a little bit, probably go get some food, and then get back off my feet. You know, we got to lock back in.
Well, you guys, tremendous game. Congratulations on a huge win, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys next week and in the conference tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For everybody at the Cougar Sports Network, I'm Carter Gledhill. Cougars get a huge win, 73-66, as they roll into next week and postseason play for the NAC tournament. We'll see you next time. Go Cougars.